just whetting up appetite. Now the fun starts. Here we go. All right. Remember, we show you this that these three people here responsible for the Ministry of Education back in 2017. They said that they were going to put out this pilot in September of 2017, and we don't. And the 200 million at least we know for the first phase was allocated, and we don't know. We haven't heard anything. Not accusing them of anything. I'm just saying I don't know where the money is. Now here is a summary of it. See that? Them says start date September, not specified, but you can bet your bottom dollar it was September of that year. And why do we say that? August 30th, they would not make an announcement for September a year later. They wouldn't be doing that. So here's where we go. Phase one. There are the parishes. All right, there are the parishes covered. And they said they're targeting 91 schools. And they have path students. Now, here it is. They said the purpose of it is to deal with the high absenteeism. 20% of the children located in rural areas 20% of them not going to school. And they're going to tackle high rural transportation costs, and they're going to provide safe, scheduled, and affordable student transport. They're going to improve access to education, and they're going to build a national school bus network. This is 2017, a national school bus network in 2017 they said they're going to build. Now, here it is. This is the thing right there. See that? Investment and support. 200 million Jamaican dollars, 2017 dollars, allocated for the first year. We don't know what happened the second year, third year. We don't know. And they said the ministry would be having ongoing talks with the diaspora. That's all of us who live overseas, and international partners to expand the project. And then they said the school bus project is one that we're very excited about. Now, this was 2017. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. 8 years later. 8 years later, people. Oh, by the way, Elaine, right. Like up the live, please. Like up the live, like up the live, like up the live, like up the live, because here what happened. We have put the time in and we have put the effort in this thing, so that you can be educated about what's going on in our country. You can be educated. The days of, as far as we're concerned around here, the days of things going by 9 days, them things that, the 9-day wonder. Remember, this is 2017. They said this and I said, we bring it up. Them not things that we would have gone and dig and find them things, I know. But we have some more things to show. So 8 years after they make that, 8 years, we don't hear nothing but 2017. We don't hear much about this thing. I don't even think we have heard anything. But if we heard anything, it must have been little to basically nothing. But 8 years later, this is what happened. 8 years later, we get this. 12,000 have benefited from school bus system in Portland. That they have a new thing coming in. And this gentleman said 12,000 people benefited. Now, the thing about this is that this was before the buses came, right? Because this is right here, I'm saying June 26th, the first 25 rural school buses came to Jamaica. June 26th is the first time buses come to Jamaica. Yet, we have this gentleman here saying that, look at it right here. It says 12,000 passengers have benefited from the rural school bus service in Portland since it was initiated in May. He said the rural school bus service was initiated in May of this year. But then when we go and we look right here, we see that the first 25 buses came sometime in June. There it is right there. So the question is then, how can you have How can you have 12,000 passengers benefiting from a school bus that's not on the island? Think about that. But then guess what? Bam! Minister come out with an answer. Minister come out with an answer. Here's the answer. Here's the answer, people. Here's the answer.
In Jamaica, they have a saying, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Well, in this case, after all the talk and all the negatives by the opposition, we have a school bus that has been operating in Portland for 9 weeks now. 9 weeks of uninterrupted service to the children. 2 trips in the morning, 2 trips in the evening, and sometimes a third, depending on whether it is necessary. Over 10,000 students in Portland have accessed and benefited from this one bus over the last 9 weeks. So we have not only the inspections that have been done, we have an actual bus to judge the performance, which has been exemplary. So again, I'm just not understanding why the opposition is hell-bent on trying to tear apart this transformative initiative, and I dare say one of the most transformative since independence. Long overdue, should have been done. Any self-respecting country must have a proper school bus system if it is that we are to give the kids the opportunity to maximize their potential.
Okay. Remember what he said. One school bus in May benefiting 10,000. Remember this? More than 12,000. So it went from more than 12,000 to 10,000. No. But Kevin there. Kevin, we need to bring up the chart where producer Joan do. While Kevin I'll go bring up that chart. I'd like to show you something. Well, Kevin, I'll bring it up right now. Let me see. Boss. Whoa, that's a whole heap of stuff inside there, man. While Kevin is bringing up that chart, remember what the man said. The man said more than 12,000 benefited. Then you just saw him on video saying 10,000. It's a lot. One bus. One bus over the last 9 weeks benefited somewhere between 10 and more than 12,000. Jeffrey, say a few words. I have to take this call. Yeah.
My question is this, is that when you have a minister who can't give us an explanation about these buses, and then from when the Minister of Education, Roel Reid, was there, $200 million was spent. Where is that $200 million? Mr. Rattigan, you're back?
I'm back.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, people. He said one bus. One bus. And he didn't tell you where the bus went, but he said the bus took care of 10,000 students. Let's start with this. That pilot program, information has come to me indicating that that pilot program ran from Buff Bay in the minister's constituency to Port Antonio. That's his wife's constituency. And it serves students from Buff Bay High with an estimated enrollment of 850 students, and Titchfield High with approximately 2,200 students. Only a small group, just dozens of students, participated. And despite this, the minister is claiming that over 10,000 students benefited from the bus in just 9 weeks. And we've been told that the initial pilot was held on a single morning, and that was May 5th, 2025. And there's no public evidence to confirm that the pilot continued beyond the launch day. The Observer, by the way, reported a dozen children. Now, I want to play you something. I want to play you something. I want to play you something, people. I want to play you something. Remember, I showed you something where it was reported that he said more than 12,000 students benefited. Then I played you a video where he said 10,000 benefited. Before I get to the math, I want you to listen to this.
Could you repeat what you were saying?
Mr. McKenzie is suggesting that there's a certain level of partisanry on the part of how you allocate certain benefits at the municipal level.
Mr. McKenzie cannot come to this on this platform and say anything like that. What I have done is what he was practicing when he was the mayor. When he was the mayor and he gets the funding from the ministry, he shares it in a 50, 100% basis. He gives the JLP 50% and they take 100%. And it is evident right now that is exactly what I'm doing.
Hold on. That maths doesn't sound right. If you get $100 million, him take 100% and get the PNP 50?
Get half of it.
No, that's not. No. Something
that's what he was doing.
No, but you can't have 150% or something, sir. How much would he take and how much would he give the PNP?
If he gets $10 to share for the councillors,
yes.
If the PMP would get 100 or $50 out of the $10, and his JLP will get $25.
But hold on, Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
Arithmetic not right. Him get $10. Him get
all right.
$10.
Let me break it. Yes,
so you get him get $10 for spend, right? Total.
And the JLP get $5.
50%, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
And the PNP and the JLP and the PNP would get how much?
The PMP gets, whenever time the PMP gets any money, whether $20 or $10, if they get $20, the JLP gets $10.
Oh, so
if they get $10, the JLP gets $5.
So it's 50-50 share it?
Right.
Oh.
Now remember, the idea was he wasn't coming there to say it was shared equally, you know. Say that.
Oh, Jesus.
Saying that. But you hear the math. Now let's go back to this other math here now. 12,000, more than 12,000. Then it went down to 10,000. One bus. One Dege bus. Take a look at this chart here. Now, we did some little research and we found out that there are 3 types of these school buses. First of all, we don't know if the school bus that the minister is talking about, if it's part of the 110. We don't know where that bus came from. We don't know. At least, I don't know where that bus came from, if it's part of the 110 that the taxpayers are bought.
Are you speaking about the one in Portland?
Yes.
That's a very good question, you know?
Yeah, because it came before the other buses. Because
yes.
The rest of the buses came in June. The first shipment came in June. So the bus that was there before, who bought that bus? I don't know who bought that bus.
I think his wife. I think his wife said it was some friends of them with them helped to buy it or something of the sort.
Well, here's the thing. Let's go to the numbers. It's immaterial who purchased the bus, right? When you look at school buses, they have 3 types. You see, bus A, that can carry up to between 10 and 30. That's a short bus, 30 students. Bus C, or type C, they call it, it can carry somewhere between 40 and 84 students. And bus D, the big long one, them can carry up to 90 students. So the question we ask, is it 10,000 or 12,000? Because if we say, okay, you know what? Let's say, give him the benefit of the doubt. Bus D, the big bus. Let's say it's a big bus. It's 90. Now, for him, for that to serve 10,000 students, 12,000, he would have to make 133 trips each way per day.
And that will never happen.
Or if it's a 10,000, if it's 10,000 children, it would be 111 trips each way per day
Mm-hmm.
for him to get to 10 or 12.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another thing. Here's all them tricking the people. Here's all them tricking them. Let's use the big bus again. 90, it can hold. 90. And he said sometimes them do 2 trips, they do 2 trips, sometimes 3 trips. 3 nines are 27. That's 270. How do you get 10,000?
Very good question.
How you get 12,000? It's the same picnic them in carry back and forth and account.
So his
It's
math's not adding up at all.
It's the same 270 children if you use the big bus. Same 270 children, unless him carry 270 different children every day. So him say, you children, who know will ride the bus today can't ride the bus again for the rest of the week. We have to bring on another 270. Right or so.
But if for him to do that, Mr. Rattigan, he would have to leave from Portland to St. Thomas to do that.
Look. Yes, because it run from you're right, because it run from it run from Portland to St. Thomas, yeah. Or no, East Portland.
No.
West Portland to East Portland.
Right.
Portland to East Portland, yeah. So and then look, it served the one that he did, it served 2,200 students from Titchfield and 850 from Buff Bay. That's 3,000. That's 3,050.
Mm-hmm.
So how you get 10,000? It's the same it's the same children he's transporting, and he's counting them every time he take a trip. He's saying, oh, we have 290 with 270 going this way, and then we go back for them. That's another 270, and then add them up. And guess what, people? When you add up the capacity of the buses for 45 days, you still have a problem with the numbers. Because one of them, if you use the big bus, the number is over 12,000. But then, but he said 12 first, and then we come back and say it's 10. So 2,000 people, 2,000 children just disappear. Them just disappear.
Yes.
So, make we remove this.
They escaped into nearby bushes.
Escape into nearby bushes. It's not just, and it's worth playing back. It's worth playing back both of them. It's worth playing back both of them. Here is.
You know, in Jamaica, they have a saying, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Well, in this case, after all the talk and all the negatives by the opposition, we have a school bus
a school bus, not school buses, a school bus
has been operating in Portland for 9 weeks now.
45 days it's been operating for children.
9 weeks of uninterrupted service to the children. 2 trips in the morning, 2 trips in the evening, and sometimes.
Give him 3 trips. Give him 3 trips on the big bus, 3 nines 27, 270 children. Give him 3 trips.
A third, depending on whether it is necessary. Over 10,000 students in Portland have access.
That cannot be right, Mr. Minister. Or you go from having one big bus with 270 to 45 days and you have more than 10,000. First you said it was more than 12. Then they come and say it's more than 10. Yeah, drop the number. Pretty soon it will be more than 4. This is not right, Mr. Minister.
Access and benefited from this one bus over the last 9 weeks. So we have not only the inspections that have been done, we have an actual bus to judge the performance, which has been exemplary. So again, I'm just not understanding why.
We no understand neither. We no understand. Maybe we can understand this man here.
You repeat what you were saying?
Mr. Mackenzie is suggesting that there's a certain level of partisanry on the part of how you allocate certain benefits at the municipal level.
Mr. Mackenzie cannot come to this on this platform and say anything like that. What I have done is what he was practicing when he was the mayor. When he was the mayor and he gets the funding from the ministry, he shares it in a 50, 100% basis. He gives the JLP 50% and they take 100%. And it is evident right now that is exactly what I'm doing.
Hold on. That math's not sound right. If you get $100 million, him take 100% and get the PNP 50.
Get half of it.
No, that's not. No. Something
That's what he was doing.
No, but you can't have 150% or something, sir. How much would he
Right.
take, and how much would he give the
If
PNP?
he gets $10 to share for the council,
Yes.
if the PMP would get 100 or $50 out of the $10, and the JLP will get $25.
But hold on, Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
Arithmetic not right. Him get $10. Him get
All
totally
right.
$10.
Let me break it.
Yes. So you get $10 for spend, right? Total.
And the JLP get $5.
50%, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
And the PNP and the JLP and the PNP would get how much?
The PMP gets, whenever time the PMP gets any money, whether $20 or $10, if they get $20, the JLP get $10.
Oh, so
If they get $10, the JLP get $5.
So it's 50-50 share it.
Right.
Oh.
All right. So now hear the math there, right? That no math. That's a maths, right? That's a madness. That's what that is, right? And you hear our esteemed minister of transportation come out and say, oh, here it is right here. Remember the video we just showed him said 10,000, over 10,000. See that? 12,000. And if you go back and look at it, see it right there? More than 12,000. So the first sentence, the first line, more than 12,000.
You know,
Right.
one question that was not asked or answered. How many students actually traveled in one trip? Or how many students traveled per trip? No, not how many seats on the bus. How many traveled on the bus?
Kevin, give him the full bus. Full it up, 90. That's the maximum. Give him 90.
No, that's the maximum seats.
Yes.
That no means that them carry.
But here's the thing. Remember now, one of the things they talked about was safety. And those buses, you're not supposed to have people standing and you're not supposed to have more than the 90. So if it's more than 90, then he cannot make the argument that he's doing it in a safe manner. Cannot.
So is
And
one or the other.
Yes.
Yeah, Jeffrey.
and not only that, Kevin and Ratty, those school buses don't have any seatbelt on them. So they
They have
have
seatbelts?
They have seatbelt. They have
It's
seatbelt.
they do, yes,
lap
sorry,
belts.
they do.
Yeah,
Yes,
they
It's
have-
lap belts.
Yes.
yes. So they have to carry the 90.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, Jeffrey. I have to carry the 90 for the seatbelt then.
Yeah.
And it's
If-
about two picnic
Again.
and buckle it up with two pick. But you're not supposed to do that.
Again, if you're using seatbelts properly, and if you're going by that number of seats, then yes. Otherwise, from that, there's no logical way that the number of trips that he mentioned will add up to the number of individuals, although it's not the same individuals. I mean, it's not different individuals, it's the same individuals. They're just counting numbers on and off the bus. That's all they did. Okay, so 4 high schools in Portland, even if the bus carried every student from each of the institutions, you still would not get a 10,000.
It won't work.
Thank you, Jazz.
Won't work. Won't work. Hold on.
Sharon ramp rough, sir. 2 kids a seat. So how many seats in each bus? Well, 90 in the big bus that we know. No one is to be standing in those donkey carts. Prosperity charity, yeah, style up.
All right,
sorry, Prosperity Chariot.
You see, Ratty and Kevin, I know we are not against this, the rural school bus services, you know. We are not against it. It's the way they go about doing it and the way they go about purchasing these buses.
Oh, yes. And so, and I don't know if you heard me earlier, and this is what I'm saying. Something like this, would it go along the way of Jamal? Jamal was an excellent initiative. It was the direction to adult literacy. Out went the PNP, and apparently out went Jamal with it. Nothing else was put in place. So, is this the kind of thing that it gets implemented and then built upon to be made better as time goes on? Doesn't matter the administration? Or is it something that goes and dies after the administration leaves to be picked up again from start when that administration comes back?
Well,
which is it?
That is what exactly going on in Jamaica. And it's full time to stop this thing. If PNP starts something and it's working, the JLP come and cut it down. The same with the PNP. PNP come and cut on JLP.
It's ridiculous. It doesn't benefit the country at all. And here we are as individuals continuing to vote for the same foolishness. Why?
Let me show you something. Kevin. See that? Let me show you where this come from. Again, people, we could have get this from other sources, but we actually went to JIS because we don't want nobody CETA JIS, right? Look where it's right there, so Kevin. Look where it's at the top paragraph. Look, the third.
You will facilitate the phased rollout of the system at the start of the 2025-26 academic year in September, marking a major step in the government's effort to provide a safe.
Oh, stop right there, sir. Stop right there. Don't go past the stop sign. No, we are talking about having more than 90 children on the bus. That's unsafe.
Correct.
Okay.
Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
Treat the people. JIS. No, I could go down some more. I'll show you. Because we don't stop there saying no. I'll show you something.
Did anybody give out numbers as to how many buses with what capacity would be needed to transport the children that are going to these schools in these areas?
I don't think they did a
feasibility study.
A feasibility study, you know. I think because they want to win the election. All is election gimmick, you know. All of this is just election gimmick.
Exactly.
So yeah. they did not do a feasibility. They went and they spent $1.4 billion of taxpayers' money. And we mustn't talk about it. We must just leave it alone because the world-class Minister of Transportation and Technology, Darrell Vaz, did it. We mustn't say anything about it. God help us.
Make it make sense, man. Somebody, please. Make it make sense.
All right. Now, you see right that's all? But them
Why
said,
your mic sound so low, Rebel?
you can't hear me now? Said,
Oh, can you move it from it?
yeah,
Oh.
parents in rural communities say how expensive it is to send your children to school every day. And in some of these schools, you hear about high truancy. So they're talking about the cost. Now, our understanding of providing transportation for poor people and public school is that it should be free. It should be free.
Okay.
All right?
As education should be.
Yeah, no, the things we are talking about, I can't help but just throwing a little bit of humor. We'll move the story on, but I need to put in this little piece here.
Something. Enough is enough. Enough is enough.
And that's what we're saying around here. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. But enough is not enough when we're providing you the information. Enough can never be enough. But with the foolishness, enough is enough. Now, here's where we're going. Look right there. Students will pay a flat fare of $50 per trip per student. So that's $100. It's not free.
So, hold on for me, Mr. Rattigan. The students and the public transport now, if my memory serves me correct, and I'm yet to be corrected, aren't they paying $100 now?
I don't know if they're paying $100 now. I don't know.
But hold on. The next paragraph says this will result in transport costs averaging $100 per day against the current rate of $300 and $600.
Big problem. They don't tell you the distance.
There you go.
They don't tell you the distance because it's based on distance traveled. So they need to tell you, they need to pick a distance and say, this distance, this is how much our bus. So for example, they say, okay, for us to try to pick up kids at this location and take them to this school, it's going to be $100, we know. But if they had to take a private carrier, this is how much it's going to cost.
In comparison. Okay, cool.
They didn't do that. Go ahead, Jeff.
May I?
Yes.
I'm wondering if the minister did all of this only for Portland, but they put it out as if it's for the entire Jamaica. Well, you know why I'm saying that? As what you said, this is not correct. The $100 per day against the current rate between $300 to $600. Is it that Minister Vaz, because his wife got this luxurious bus system and whatever bus, they were talking about Portland and not the wider Jamaica? I'm a bit confused here.
Well, they said they're going. This is supposed to be not just for Portland. It's supposed to be for several parishes. But we all get to it, man. We'll get to it.
And another thing again. Are they gonna go into West Rural St. Andrew, where you and I know some of the roads in West Rural St. Andrew is a precipice all the way down there, sir. So
Yes.
when they're gonna pass other vehicles, what happened?
Don't forget that the vehicles, most of the school buses in America, the differential allows for the differential in the buses. They're made for not for hilly, hilly country,
Terrain.
except if you go to West Virginia and places like that.
Right.
If you buy a school bus in Florida, the differential is going to be different from a differential for a school bus in West Virginia or in Montana, those places. So that's another thing you have to know. And you cannot, it would be foolish for you to buy a school bus in Florida and then you go put a differential, pull it down and put a differential in it to climb hills of St. Andrew. It would be prohibitively expensive to do something like that.
But don't be surprised, Mr. Rattigan, the world-class Minister of Transportation, he may have that idea to do it that way, you know, sir, because he has the money to spend.
Well, the other thing what we're going to look at too is see who's going to be doing the maintenance, who's going to be bringing in the parts for those buses, because I suspect, I don't have any proof, I suspect that a politician is going to be attached to a company that is bringing in these parts. And these parts, if they're sold for $10, when they get to Jamaica, they'll be sold to the government for $100. And need I say more except to say, look at the drill. Go ahead.
And I'm going to say this to you now, Mr. Rattigan. Look no further for the person going to bring in the parts. look no further than in Montego Bay Metro. I would speak to you off the air, sir, why I said that.
Okay. All right. Now here's what we're going to know. We're going to go through some stuff now that we have analyzed, we have dissected, and we're putting it out there. We're putting it out there. The company that brought the company that on the invoice that we see bringing in these buses, at least 20 of them that we see the invoice on, El Hydro, and the owner, a gentleman. We have two people, shareholders. We have the documents, Philip Scott and Tanya Morgan. We're not going to spend much time talking about the relationship between these people and others today because time is at a premium. But let's skip past this for now. We'll come back to this at some point. Here is our assessment. We do our own assessment, we know we're from government. The practicality of using the school buses, the used school buses from America and Jamaica. It says that if you're using them for urban areas, Kingston, Montego Bay, Mandeville, where you have paved roads and short to medium distances, they're very suitable. As long as you don't not climbing no hill and you're not making no sharp turns. Flat like St. Catherine Plains, Clarendon, mostly flat, few inclines, they're suitable. And by the way, let me just interject to say that I agree with my panelists, my fellow panelists, that we are all in favor of a rural school bus program. Let that be clear. We are all in favor of the government providing transportation for children from rural areas to get to and from school. We support that. What we don't support is how it was done. And also, we look at the timing. They started out this program in 2017, and it's just now we see buses rolling out. 200 million gone in 2017. We don't hear anything more about it. Those are our concerns as Jamaican citizens. So now if we go to coastal towns, Negril, Portland, Outer Ridge, good roads, but with tight turns, mostly suitable. We're not so sure because that bus that can hold 90, the back of that bus, the wheelbase from the back wheel to the end of that bus is, I think them say it's like 6 to 10 feet, So you need special you need drivers with special skills to drive that bus. And on some of these roads, you're going to lick down people when you start make the turn. If you make the turn too sharp, you're going to lick down people stand up on the corner.
Yep.
Right? Now, here's where we're going to. Steep hills, elevation, St. Andrew Hill, St. Mary, parts of Portland, risk of engine strain and overheating. And remember, people, these buses, most of them are what? Automatic transmission.
Yep. And they all.
And they all. Right? You're going to show something about that too. Moderate risk, you got problems. So, and here we go now. Narrow winding roads, if you start about cockpit country, interior hill routes. Difficult for the long, wide buses, the 91 there. You can't use them, limited maneuverability. And then when you go to poor road conditions, which exist, whether it don't matter whether
everywhere.
Not where, Mr. Ratigan, everywhere.
Everywhere. It says pothole or flooded rural roads, undercarriage risk. It will rip up the bus them. Now let's go to the mechanical and operational considerations. We say if you're going to buy it, you have to look at ground clearance. The standard US buses sit low. They can bottom out on uneven terrain. So you have to choose a higher clearance model. The engine type, diesel preferred, better torque for hills, easier to maintain in Jamaica. So you have to look for Cummins. Government, this is the study one should I do, We are doing it for now. International RCAT. The suspension, the older buses have weak suspension system. So you have to inspect and upgrade the shocks and the springs. And the parts availability, easier for Bluebird Thomas International. Others may be harder to find. We know that those are the three main ones they're using. Climate fit. Some may lack strong air condition or rust proofing because of the tropical coastal weather. So you have to retrofit that. Look at this. The turning radius. The long buses, they struggle on narrow rural roads. You have to use the short or the mid-sized buses. So all of them big, long buses with them up, they have a problem. Let's continue. Best bus types for Jamaica. See, we had to study phone, We had to study phone, The short type, we can hold up to 30 children.
Yep.
You use that for rural rural roads, small schools, narrow roads, easier to drive and maintain. The mid-size one, the diesel one, general school transport in urban rural zones, balance size, power, and repairability. The manual transmission, hilly terrain, experienced driver. We don't have many of those. More control and steep inclines. And the refurbished buses, government or NGO use regular maintenance plans. So you come with upgrades to brake, suspension, and climate. Now we go to critical training areas for school bus drivers. Here's where you have to train them on, control turning radius, blind spot gear. No matter, every Jamaican have good drive. Every Jamaica is a what do you call it? Indy 500 driver. They will tell you that. But don't make them fool that the children lives you play with now. See all the training them have to get hill and terrain navigation, safe driving on steep inclines. And them say rural parishes have challenging geography. So they have a hard time going up the hills and navigating those turns. Emergency procedures, child passenger safety, defensive control, and speed control. We are run through them, first aid. These are all the pre-trip vehicle inspection, cultural and communication training, background checks. People, these are the things the government should have done that they didn't do.
Yep, because when you're dealing with children,
you
need to have special certification.
No.
Well, in the US, that is required. I don't know about Jamaica.
You fly the US bus and I go apply the US system, you might as well take care of the children the way the US.
You should.
Another thing again, those buses are left and drive.
Yes. You have a problem at overtake. Well, you shouldn't overtake with this bus.
Well, there's no overtaking.
There's no overtaking with this bus.
How do you know Jamaican drivers are going to overtake?
You can't overtake. And then also some of these places, if you use the big bus with some of these places, you won't be able to make the turn. Like if you go up and you have to make a turn, you can't make the turn. So them going to tell
you just continue go up.
They must tell them, say, come down, come meet us down at the level. Come down, come meet us, forget the bus. You can't come up there.
And that makes no sense.
Now, here is a critical piece. Remember now, folks, we started out with what? We started out with electric buses. Remember, we started out with that, And we talk about how you have a right to the environment, and how the Prime Minister and everybody say, yeah, we'll protect the environment and we're going to get electric buses. Now, we are going to consider, we'll compare now and contrast. Here's why you use electric buses. Lower operating costs. Electric buses have fewer moving parts, lower fuel costs, and well, they use fuel and reduce maintenance needs, right?
Well, they use some fuel.
Yeah. Here's another one. International brand offer custom options. Companies like BYD, where they are Jamaica.
Same one.
Same one where they are Jamaica. Then you have Yutong. Then you have VDL and Proterra. Offer flexible sizes, range, and rugged options. Wouldn't it be better to go to these people and sit down and say, we need some buses to deal with the Jamaican terrain? Help us. 1.5. Here it is.
So there are parts of China with rugged terrain too.
Exactly. Then we have designed for tougher conditions. Some international brands build buses for rugged or tropical conditions, African markets. And we know that Toyota, them do that.
African and Indian markets.
Exactly.
Sorry, Mr. Rattigan. Wouldn't it be better for the minister to go down to Toyota, Jamaica and Spanish Town Road and say, listen to me, Coasters has branded Jamaican market for many years. They have survived roads in this country. It would be better for them to go and spend the 1 point something billion down there, sir.
Well, Anna, you talk about Toyota. Look at competitive pricing and climate and terrain adaptability. BYD, Chinese ones like BYD and Yutong often offer lower upfront costs. And look at the one below that. Brands like Yutong already operate in hilly or hot environments, better fit for Jamaican terrain.
Yep.
And look at that. Look at number 7, people. Number 7 is where them feel. Remember, Barbados get for them buses free now. Look at number 7. Using global brands with certified emissions reduction records may attract green grants, donors, and international financing. You can get the buses them for free. You can get the buses, at least some of them you get for free.
So when I say all this, Mr. Rattigan, don't you think that there's something funny with this bus purchasing?
Hey, point it out, Jeffrey.
Because if you are the Minister of Technology, you told the Prime Minister, give me that ministry because I can turn it around. You have not turned it around. You have failed the bus and taxi operators, and now you're failing the students of this country. And you should know that there's grants for these buses because you're the Minister of Technology, the Minister of Transportation. I think you can't fool people, not true.
Look at 9. Look at 9. BYD, for instance, has deployed buses in Barbados, St. Kitts, our region. Then they have South America, Chile, and Uruguay with proven support and delivery. And we have them in Jamaica. Then look at number 10. Remember, we saw in California where the school buses actually send back power to the grid.
Yes.
Send back power to the grid. Look at that integration with solar hybrid systems.
Which is exactly what was proposed in the manifesto about the solar grids being implemented.
Yes, yes. Where else we have that, Kevin? Because time I run out. I want to leave this document for last. I want to leave the document for last. Hold on, let me say something.
If you do
Really? You have half an hour, you know.
Me
Wouldn't
no,
now be the
no,
last.
run out for me.
No, would be the last.
Which one is this? Annual operating cost. All right. Let me show you something. All right, people, we're going to show you another assessment what we do. And this one I go put the government to shame. Because this one I go show you now. This one I go show you now how the money I go.
Mm-hmm.
This one I go show you how the money I go. Because we are talking about performance and all of these things, but we're not talking about money yet. And if you notice, we not even touch the bill yet, the invoice. We not touch the invoice yet, you know.
Oh,
And
yes.
we never put in the VIN numbers yet, you know, for sure the time. And we never sure when them say the boss knew when them say in one of the letters that the boss knew, and we can show that the boss actually manufactured at 2011 or 2010.
Listen, hey, the boss new to Jamaica.
It knew
That's
to
never
Jamaica.
been there.
No. It not new to Jamaica. It new to Daryl Vaz. Right wrong with you.
The boss ain't never there Jamaica yet. No.
Yeah.
What talk about?
Yeah.
Here's what we are gonna do. We not touch the thing. We not touch the invoice yet. You know. We not touch the relationships them yet. We are run through this. I'm gonna tell Kevin today to say nothing we're gonna finish. But here's what happened. That's why we put part 1. Here's what happened. We're gonna show you something now. The operating costs for the buses where them buy, and we are gonna be very generous. We'll give big salary. I think we'll give like $40,000 to the drive. 40,000 US, you know, right? We'll give them big salary because if we really do it by minimum wage, a little above minimum wage, the money that will be that the surplus. When you see the surplus, you're going to say, so what am I do with all of this money? Where this money I go? We don't know. All right, here we go. Boom. Here we go. That good enough, Kevin? Jeffrey?
Yeah, it's all right. It's okay. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, man. Not good.
Yeah.
All right. So now we're doing this now based on, remember now it's $100 a day the kids have to go pay, and it's 110 buses, right? Although them says 100 buses them are use and them are going to keep 10 in reserve or whatever, we still are going to do it for 110, right? We'll make it easy for everybody. So we say, and the amount on the right side is US dollars. US dollars. So we say, okay, for the 110 drivers, make we say 110, and maybe they even have more because you may have a driver who drive, certain shifts and another one. But we said, make we give them 4.4 million US dollars a year. All of the drivers, them 100 and whatever the number is. This is what them get. The fuel, diesel fuel, because none of them are electric, come to 2.6 million. Maintaining those buses for the year, 1.6 million. Insurance, 275,000, all US dollars. Parts and repair, $500,000. They will put in the inflation inside there, right? That's almost $1 million, 945. Then we got the total operating cost now. The total operating cost to run the entire fleet for the year is going to be 10.4 million. And we're very generous with the salaries and all of these things. Because plus we're putting uh, uh, a feature for inflation. Almost a million, 945,000, all US dollars. Total operating cost is 10.4 million. This is what we get at $100 a day per student, per the number where the minister talked about. It comes to 40 million US dollars a year for the 110 buses. 40.2, right? Now you see the operating costs, 10.4.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the revenue, 40.2.
Mm-hmm.
When you go so bam and you subtract it, you get 29.8 million.
Where the 30 million that day?
Where the money there go?
Wait.
Where is that money going? Because remember now, everything covered, parts and operating, insurance, the whole thing, maintenance, fuel, salary, the whole thing. So here it is right here. They have 110 used buses. We're not see the end of this thing. 110 used buses, and each one costs 12.7 million Jamaican dollars. And the total for the 110 buses is 1.4 billion. 1.4 billion each bus. 1.4 billion for 110 buses. Each bus costs average 12.7
million. Yeah.
Now, here's what we are going to show you now. We're going to show you what they did and what it mean. What does it mean for the people of Jamaica, the children of Jamaica? You can't say, you never come around at this corner and see this, You cannot say, no. I hope you are right down, I hope you are right down. My Manchester people, my St. Elizabeth people, my people from Cape Cod, my people from Washington State, my people from California, my people from Texas, my people from Florida, my people from Mississippi, my people from North Carolina, my people from South Carolina, my people from Virginia, my people from DC, Maryland, my people in Delaware. I skip some states, but I tell you which part we have viewers. People in Jersey, my people in Connecticut, my people in Pennsylvania, my people in New York. Go all the way up to New England. And my people overseas, Germany, South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, all over the
everywhere.
You can't say you see this breakdown here now, and say you see how the government are planned for rob this thing here, You can't say you see it now, Make the government come up and say that these numbers are not correct and give us the correct numbers. Here's what no. Let me break it down for you. Started it. See? The outrage broken down. What they did, the government, and what it means to you, the people of Jamaica. Look at the first one. The government used 1.4 billion in taxpayers' money to purchase 110 used buses. Go across to the right. What does it mean? This is your tax money spent on second-hand vehicles, not durable, and they have locally appropriate solutions. They could have purchased buses in Jamaica, electric buses. Look at number 2. Instead of making school transport free, they are charging $100 per child per day, adding up to over 40 million US dollars annually. Look at what it means. That's double dipping. Jamaicans are being made to pay twice for the same service. Remember, school bus supposed to be free for the public schools. Supposed to be free. I remember so much money when them done every year, so much money them have that 29 million, And by the way, you say parts and repair, you know say at them, I go set something up, so that them can bring in the parts and charge, And don't be surprised if the insurance company or them friends set up that insurance company,
But Mr. Rattigan, if I may, JUTC buses are not insured,
See? And we give them insurance. We give them insurance because they're children. So we say, give them insurance. Something might happen. Not on no something might happen. Something is going to happen with them buses, and I don't wish it. But this is a clear and present hazard that we're buying into. Look at number 3. The fare revenue collected yearly is 5 times what the buses cost to purchase. 5 times. This look on what it means. It creates a massive profit margin, but no clear accounting where the money is going. Nobody knows where this money is going. And look at this. The government says the system is for poor rural students, but they're profiting off those same families. Look at that. Look at what it means. This burdens the very people it claims to help while enriching unknown players. Look at that. Last one. The program's true cost is hidden and there's no transparency or accountability on who benefits. See that? It smells like a bad deal cloaked as a public good. And the people lose again.
One more time.
The people lose again. Not the party, not politics. The people lose again. The bottom line is you taxpayers funded this scheme and now you're being billed again. So who's really cashing in? Who?
This is Wheels of Fortune.
People remember the surplus, 29.8 million. No clear accounting where this money is going.
But Mr. Rattigan, you have there, put it back up for me a minute, Mr. Rattigan, please.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
You have put it. Yeah, one of the bus cost $12 million, $727, $273. All right.
12.7 million.
27,273.
Yeah, thank you. When you look on the price of the buses, you see used bus going for 5,000, 8,000. How the hell did the minister arrive at these prices?
And also I have some more news that the 110 buses across several parishes, St. Andrew will get 7, St. Andrew 7, St. Thomas 7, St. Mary 7, Portland 7, St. Anne 10, Trelawney 5, St. James 8, Hanover 8, Westmoreland 8, Manchester 7, St. Elizabeth 7, Clarendon 9. We're going to put this up later on. But you're absolutely correct with your point, Jeffrey. You're absolutely correct.
So in other words, Jamaicans, what I want to say, I can't say it on here because I don't want nobody to put no last on the Mina Reggae Global Radio. But Jamaicans, when you wake up, this is stinker than Riverton Dump. This is stinker than the drill saga. I don't understand what's going on here.
And this is our assessment. And like I said, we were generous when we do that. Because when we're doing it, I said, no, but the driver them now going to earn 40,000 US dollars or whatever it is. And now we said, no, give it to them. Just make us say, this is our assessment. Make us be generous. We give them. We're generous with fuel, maintenance, everything we're generous with. And we still end up with approximately 30 million US dollars in profit, or as they call it, surplus. And we don't know where that money is going.
But they're going to tell you, that neither JUTC, Omnibus, nor the school bus is there to make a profit.
But what are they going to do with this money? What are they going to do with this money?
Hold on there for me, Mr. Rattigan. They're going to say to you that the maintenance of the bus is going to go to JUTC. But JUTC mechanics will be the one servicing these buses. My question is this, though. When they have all of these school buses around, where are they going to park them? You have some schoolyards in Jamaica that doesn't have any parking lot to park a humongous bus like that. Unless they don't drive back into Kingston and park it on Jamaica House lawn.
Look at this. That's students boarding the school bus in Buff Bay, Portland, while Transport Minister Daryl Vaz looks on. It says is now up and running with dozens of students boarding the bus for the first time on Monday morning. This was the one bus. See that May 5th? See the date right here? That's the bus he's talking about. Now, take a look at this. See that? The pilot program, and I read this before, but it's important for you to see it. The pilot program route ran from Buff Bay in Daryl Vaz's West Portland constituency to Port Antonio in Anne Marie Vaz's East Portland constituency. So it's right from husband to wife. Them just run it now for them constituency. Mm-hmm. Serve students from Buff Bay High with an estimated enrollment of 850 and Teachfield High with 2,200. So tell me now how you get 10 to, all right, here it is. Only a small group, just dozens of students participated. Despite this, Daryl Vaz claimed over 10,000 students benefited from the bus in just 9 weeks. How you get
Make it make sense.
This
Please,
man,
and thanks.
This man is a disgrace as a member of parliament. And he should be, listen to me, it's full-time Daryl Vaz limit office. Mr. Rattigan, my question to you tonight, sir, in all of this, in your investigating, sir, you see any hanky-panky going on?
Look, Mr. Tavares, remember now, we haven't even started talking about, we have information about the buses in America, where they were bought, right? Who bought them, where they came from, the amount of, we have all of that information, But I wanted to approach the subject from a different angle, at least tonight, part one. We wanted to talk about, look at options and say, look, they could have bought electric vehicles. Not only that, they could have gotten electric vehicles for free. They could have purchased them or gotten them for free.
That is,
and they did not.
And they would have been cleaner and they would have been better for the children of Jamaica. So that's how we wanted to approach it. And show also that the minister is disingenuous when he said that more than, remember now, the first time he said it was more than 12,000. Then he dropped it to 10,000. And then when you look at the students who use the bus, and it's one bus, and that bus can only hold 90 students. So how you get, and it's 3 trips. We give him the 3. Him said 2 trips and sometimes 3. We said, take the 3. We give the 3. 3 9 27, 270. How you get 270 students over a 9-week period? How you get that number to go from 270 for that first day to 22 to 10,000, over 10,000 in 9 weeks later? How you get that?
You know, Mr. Rattigan, these politicians believe that we, the Jamaican people, are a bunch of dodo heads. And that is why they continue doing this to us. My question tonight to the Jamaican people on this program, are we going to sit idly by and allow these people to continue milk this country? Will one of them go to prison? When are we going to stand up in this country and demand accountability? Sir, I think I over to you, sir.
No, somebody wrote in the chat, they said that, no, don't hold back. Tell us the whole thing because next week we're going to have another scandal. But
that's true.
Content-rich Jamaica strikes again.
But you see what happens is that we have DJ Kevin Stew coming up and then followed by the Rebel. So we have no choice. We don't have no choice. And people, believe me, there's a lot more we have. We have a lot more that we're not showing you right now regarding this thing here. A lot more.
Can you promise us that come next week you'll start with the bus first, sir?
Yeah, we can start with the bus first next week.
Yes, we must drive off with that.
Drive off?
Yeah, Eric Patterson is right. He multiplied 270 times 45. Him right. That's how we looked at it, right? So when the 270, right? We did this many times over. times 45 is 12,150, right? But here's the problem. Is the same 270 students. Is the same. Remember, no. Look at what he said. He said over 10. Well, I'm going to put it up back. See it right, sir, you know. See it right, sir. 10,000 benefited from the bus in just 9 weeks. See there? See there? It's the same students.
Rebel,
None subtract, none added. So how on earth can you get 10,000?
Rebel and Jeffrey Tavares a make up story.
It's the same 270 students.
Yes, we're making up story. Thank God we're doing it. So we have some sense.
Yeah, people go, wow. We have Kevin, I think we might have time. The people I clamor for more, you know, Kevin. The people hey, our people love knowledge, you know, and you see them come around us and them know them go and get it. We have
It's now 7:48.
yeah, we have yeah, me not really want to jump on the more because Kevin have a whole heap of things lined up here, so. See a whole heap of things lined up here, so. Let me go to the videos them.
Hey, people, put us in the bus file. And it's not everything put up either.
You know, it's not everything put up. We're not put up everything. No.
Start the program at 2 o'clock then.
Oh, I'm telling you, brother, man.
All right. Well,
Jeffrey, you know something I'm mute you.
hold on. Let me put this.
100 safe, secure, and fit for purpose buses have been.
You hear him say 100 safe, secure, and fit for purpose.
That mean it ready.
Yes.
Purchased as part of the planned rollout. It's actually 110. 100 will go into the system and 10 will be held back for contingency in order to make sure that we have buses to replace existing buses for whatever reason. 26 buses are in Jamaica. 14 additional buses arrived on Saturday of last week. 4 more are en route to Jamaica. And 18 more will be delivered on July 14th, and 28 each will be delivered on the 22nd of July, and the 30th, and the 29th of July. So, in essence, all 110 school buses will be here by the end of July.
And the one thing we can tell you, the 3 trips we might talk about, do that with one of them bus there, and after 3 months, since you love the number 3, 3 months, he broke down.
But Mr. Rattigan, watching Daryl Vaz at that press conference the other day and now, I have watched Daryl Vaz at many press conferences before. And since the whole thing break out with this bus scandal, that man looked very nervous. Him bobbing from one side to the other, and he was never like that when he's talking. He's always confident and stand up and speak, you know. He's like this. I don't know if anybody watching him, you know, but I love to watch these people. I don't read body language. I'm not an expert in reading body language, but something all right, something that bother me mind.
Yep. Like I said, I have labor rights calling me, telling me that this is a disgrace. Them said to me, this is greed. That's what they've said to me. They said, this is greed. Flat out.
You know,
what do you mean by greed? And them say, him never have to do this. These are his own people telling me this. His own people telling me this.
the people that are telling you this are not labor rights. They're Jamaicans.
The Jamaicans, okay. All right. Make we show something else while we're talking about Jamaicans. Look at this.
So what you're looking at here is a bus with a Cummins diesel engine, Allison transmission, world renowned, that have a life of 300,000 to 500,000 miles, which means we have another 10 to 15 years based on the mileage of this bus, and most importantly,
you know,
based on the mileage of this bus.
Right. So you know the prize one that them bring out, you know, them bring out the one that we showed earlier.
So I don't know if everybody know about model units. Anybody that goes home shopping in a newly developed community, or even a long time developed community, they will show you a model unit to sell you. That are the model unit.
Right.
Because the other unit, them no look so.
But not only that, gentlemen. What does Daryl Vaz know about mechanic work? Why didn't the minister ask a mechanic to explain this bus system, this bus engine to the Jamaican people? Why he pick it up to do it?
Well,
Did you go to school for that?
No,
no,
man
but
is Minister of Transportation. What do you mean? No man know these things.
remember, no, Daryl Vaz was one of the pioneers of bringing in deportees from Japan to Jamaica. You know.
Right. If it's the deportees with you.
Oh, TT just mentioned schoolers. Not TT. OT just mentioned schoolers. OT, the one here for you.
There's only 100 Jamaican dollars per day per student. This school bus system, 100 routes, 258 schools, 328,000 students in the
When you hear the numbers, people, when you hear numbers, then
first phase. Within 2 years, we will be able to cover the 850 schools. 650,000 students will be able to go to school every morning in a safe, economic, efficient service. Big up yourself. Yeah. See that? September morning. Come in, schoolers. Come in.
Come in, rebel. Come in. Jeffrey, you ready for Hey, you muted. You muted.
yeah,
Jeffrey, ready for September morning?
OT, the one here for you, because you mentioned schoolers.
Only 100 Jamaican dollars per day per student. This school bus system, 100 routes, 258 schools, 328,000 students in the first phase. Within 2 years, we will be able to cover the 850 schools. 650,000 students will be able to go to school every morning in a safe, economic, efficient service. Big up yourself. Yeah. See that? September morning. Come in, schoolers. Come in.
Within 2 years. Which 2 years?
Hold on for me. I just spoke to a member of the transport community in Jamaica a while ago. A student pay $100 from halfway through up to Papine. All right?
One way.
One way.
Yeah. This is $100.
Right. So isn't the same? But is it the same thing they're gonna pay?
No, this is $100 a day versus $100 one way.
Right.
$100 a day.
Yes.
And then
So,
and then
$50 each way. $50 each way.
Oh.
And there, what I am getting from it is it don't matter if you're going from half a tree to JC or half a tree to George's.
Mm-hmm.
It's $100. That's what I get from it. Now, is that how it is? That's a different question.
And not only that, the minister did not say how are they gonna pay. Are they gonna use the same system that JUTC have, this card system you swipe? Or are you gonna give the person who is driving the bus the money? They never say who's gonna collect the money.
You pay at school, man, and school turn it over to the, you know. Him no know. Make him know now. Make him know.
Make God help us.
Make him know.
But student and JUTC pay $30 now.
$30 per trip. $30 per trip?
Yes. So I don't understand what's going on.
But they don't. I don't know how the bus thing work now.
Yeah, I don't want to go Mr. Rustic program.
So, people, 4 minutes. Reggae Global Radio, Kevin Stew. I got none.
When you put up back the producer Jones, the slide, the the slide presentation there. Go ahead, Jeffrey.
No, Mr. Ratigan, this confused me because if students are paying $30 on JUTC now, something not adding up, something not right somewhere. And what? Oh, Jesus.
Look, folks. Them have 8 years to concoct and develop this scheme, Because remember, the first time was 2017 and 200 million, them can't account for that. Do not forget that 200. And that was just the first phase. Them said, we don't know how many phases took place. But one thing we know is that the 3 people in the picture we saw, they're responsible for a lot of money. A lot of money not going to the children. Dean Roy Bernard, Grace McLean, Ruel Reed. All 3 of them. And in 2017, they're responsible for that. When I say responsible, they were at the ministry. And look, you have the minister, you have the permanent secretary, and you have somebody that became the acting. And them run the ministry and the money gone. So who is supposed to look to? Look to
and
the
advisors there too.
Yeah, who is supposed to look to? The janitor? People, listen, it's 7:57. And Kevin, me I get a whole heap of calls. I say, go, no man, go. I say, I can't go over. Kevin have him thing plan, and me have my thing plan. And I say, no, go. I said, no, let's do what Jeffrey said. Jeffrey said, make we start the bus next week with the bus story. Make we start the bus
program, yes, with the bus story, yes.
But when we want to, we also want to show them something. See this? See that? The truth will set you free. But first, it is going to make you miserable. And this is my message to the minister. And all
He's
of those.
miserable at the moment.
This all of them. All of them. Because I'm looking at the minister now and I'm look disheveled. Him look away. Him look away. Because you know what? He might get pressure from within his own party, not to mention outside. But he's getting pressure from within his party saying, no, the way you do wrong. This not right. This not right. This is look, the truth will set you free. But first, it is going to make you miserable. And for all of those who support a political party of which the minister is affiliated with, and you don't want, you're hurt to your core, stop and think to yourself. Stop and think and ask yourself, is it right what he's doing? And what the government is doing to the children of Jamaica, the rural. And remember, now we know them schools, Jeffrey, is not the best schools, And by the way, why we have spent so much money on buses and we not spend it on the schools and teachers?
Thank you. $1.4 billion and some dilapidated old shepherd bus.
Yeah, we have take them go to school, which part Kuru and Yamount the Wood. Them can't get to the
but them all sit down and over teach them.
Yeah. The teachers them not there. We are spending all of this money for. By the way, people, we have another story coming up, with a security. Sarah just give contract to Kenny Benjamin and some other people over one.
Up a road later.
We're gonna talk about that later.